So I thought I would do a couple problems for you. So problem number 16, we'll start there. First thing it says that triangle WXY, so if I were to draw WXY, let's see, so that means you start at W, you go to X, so that means that WX is congruent to ZY. So the first two letters, the segment, is congruent to the second two letters. So WX is congruent to ZY. That's not really going to help me anywhere. I could then go that XY is congruent to YX. So looking here, I know that XY is congruent to YX. Well, those are the same segment, I already knew that. And then I also know that if you take W, Y, that's equal to Z, X. So WY is equal to ZX. Now how do I know that? I know that by the CPCTC that says that if corresponding parts are congruent, then, or if we know the triangles are congruent, then every corresponding part is congruent. So I could set up my formula, and my equation is going to be that 7p plus 13 plus 2p is equal to 4 plus 18. So this red part, WY, is congruent to ZX, and by knowing that, I can set up my equation that 7p plus 13 plus 2p is 4 plus 18. From there, I just solved that 7p plus 13. Actually, that'd be 9p plus 13. 7p plus 2p is 9p. And then on the right, 4 plus 18 is 22. Subtract 13 from both sides. 22 minus 13 is 9. So p equals 1. Checking my work. If p is 1, then that'd be 7 plus 13 is 20. And that would be 2 times 1 is 2. This whole thing would be 22. And if you see here, 18 plus 4 is 22. Let's go ahead and do number 14. 14 says that PQR is congruent to MNR. Okay, so I need to find some sort of equation with the angles. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to recognize that 35 plus 90 is what, 125, and that 3 angles in a triangle add to 180. So if these are 125, that would leave what, 55 degrees left? 55 plus 30 is 90, plus 90 is 180. By the interior angle sum theorem, 3 angles in a triangle add up to 180. And then from there, I know that angle R equals angle R based off looking at the CPCTC, knowing that these triangles are congruent. So I could set 5x minus 10 equal to 55, or I could recognize that 5x minus 10 and 55 are vertical angles. So if the vertical angles are equal, that should be a minus. Then I add 10 to both sides, and then I take 65 divided by 5, and I get 13. Okay, so that's kind of how you set this up. you look at the corresponding angles and the corresponding sides, and you set it up. So like here, I could see, let's see, I could see that based off here that angle I is equal to angle H because they're in the same position. So I could do 5A is equal to 2A plus 3, solve for A. Here I see that CA is congruent to DO because they're in the same position, and this says triangles are congruent, so that means all the corresponding parts are congruent. So CA equals DO, so CA equals DO, you just set those equal to each other and then solve. Some are pretty easy, like this. We say that AB is equal to CD, so AB is equal to CD, so Y would then be 7. I hope this video helped you understand. Pretty much you just set each corresponding part congruent, so like angle W equals angle Z, angle X equals angle Y equals angle X. And there's something wrong with this problem. I guess not. And then you'd say WX is equal to ZY, XY is equal to YX, and then WY is equal to ZX. So those are all of the corresponding angles and parts.